And, doesn't come as much of a shocker, but still a very important national issue nonetheless. Well, this story was on our bulletin earlier today. The National Association of Resident Doctors, NARD, is insisting it will resume its strike after the 2 weeks ultimatum given to the government expires on June 12. NARD President Dr. Iyilawa Kwai Isui told our correspondent that the federal government is in a habit of making promises without implementing them and is yet to show seriousness even after the threat of another strike. But the association, let's say what Dr. Iyilawa said to our correspondent earlier on.
As it stands, members are still owed over 4 months of salary, those on Christmas. As it stands, the salaries of the minimum wage, the doctor. As it stands, the medical resident training fund that was meant to be paid to members is not even in the budget, as earlier said by the Minister of Health. And they don't want to even put it in the supplementary budget. That means apart from the payment of the house officers and the abolishment of the bench fee, nothing else has been done.
Dr. Iyilawa also expressed disappointment at some state governors for failing to pay allowances of doctors and owing them for several months.
There's nothing working in the hospitals. The doctors that are trying to stay there to at least render services are owed 21 months. Also for Imo State, owing 5 months, and up to now, it used to pay them only their basic salary, to not pay the quantity allowance, to not pay any allowances to them at all, because it feels it's the alpha and omega. Also in Ondo State paid last paid salary since January, and he has refused to pay. Now doctors are resigning and wanting to travel out. So I don't know what the priorities of those governors are. Do they even care about how the average Nigerian there get health care?
As it stands, federal government has only a week to implement the demand to the doctors. You might remember that the resident doctors suspended the strike on April 1. Well, joining me via phone right now from Lagos for this conversation. What exactly is the latest and what exactly is going on between the resident doctors and the federal government? I've got the president of the National Association of Resident Doctors, Dr. Iyilawa Kwai Isui. Dr. Iyilawa, good evening to you. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dr. Iyilawa Kwai Isui, president of Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors.
Thank you very much for joining once again. Now let's get to the conversation. As I mentioned in my introduction, it really doesn't come as a shock, I presume, to many Nigerians that resident doctors or any union of workers in Nigeria, for that matter, is embarking on any strike, whether a previously suspended one or a previously ended one or a previously called off one, because it always seems like it's only a matter of time before the next strike is called by some union. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. What union will be the next one? But I think that it's very important also to remind people out there what exactly the issues are. So what exactly are the issues that your association has embarked on another strike once again? May not be shocking, but I perceive that we may have forgotten what the issues are, because I perceive these issues are lingering that's led to what appears to be preparations for another strike. So can you bring us up to date, please?
Thank you very much. For the past 5 years, the Nigerian resident doctors have asked the federal government to be more responsible in playing their part in the health sector. Doctors have gone on strike not because we love going on strike. We have gone on strike because of the insincerity of the Minister of Health generally in taking care of the welfare of their members. I'll give some examples. The members on the business platform are people that are not on the IPs. They were employed by the chief medical directors in each center and have been made to work since January, some even December. And they have not been paid salaries. They go to work every day, do call duty, go do their calls, see patients, and they remain hungry. We went on a strike on the 1st of April, on a 10-day strike, and we called it off based on a memorandum of action that those things will be settled before now. Before now, since we signed the MOU, there's only 1 month that have been paid to just 3 institutions: University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, University of Calabar Teaching Hospital, and UCH, the body. So they are still being owed over 4 months without any salaries paid to them, and just mere promises. We lost about 19 of our resident doctors to COVID-19, and the Minister of Health said they wanted to insure all health workers and give them the death and service insurance. As it stands, no insurance has been given to the families of those that were lost. We have the minimum wage arrears and salary arrears of 2014, 15, 16. We have hospitals that are deactivated, and we have a brainstorm, not even a brain drain, because there are other nations that are scavenging on Nigerians, doctors, and other health workers, nurses, pharmacists, taking them to Saudi Arabia, United Kingdom, USA, Canada, just because they know that the training system for doctors in Nigeria is good. They have better security, better insurance, better welfare for the healthcare workers there. So how do we prevent such strikes when we are made to sign an agreement called for strike? After calling off the strike, they go to sleep and do not care till another bound of strike is coming. We get an ultimatum after our OGM that held in Oka from 24th to 29th of May, and the ultimatum is ending on the 12th. And as speaking now, nothing has been done by the government. That's how we stand up to now.
Now, I need to ask you this: Are you surprised? Are you surprised that the government has not acceded to your demands or even implemented agreements reached with your association? Does that strike you as a surprise?
Surprised? I'm not. Having faith in those that run the affairs of the country, there is some notable men that stick their own reputation on the line. We met with the owner speaker of the House, Honorable Bajamila, that stick and told us that certain things will be done on his honor. But what I've gotten to find out is this: the Federal Minister of Health are the ones that are sabotaging the government. They tend to go sit down and do nothing about the affairs of what is happening in the Ministry of Health. I think they should be held responsible if we go on the strike on the 12th.
Now, besides,
why we are,
go ahead, go ahead, please.
Because when we were signing the memorandum of action, then they were part of those that signed. Only for us to leave that place and go to see the Speaker of the House, and then start telling you why what they signed would not work. It's shameful.
Now, the reason why I asked you if you're surprised is this. It appears to be a never-ending story, and the script is almost predictable to a T and to a full stop as to what's going to happen. And I don't think that you may not be listening to Nigeria Info Port Harcourt regularly or even ever at all, but I did predict that we're going to get to this point again on my show, that another strike was going to commence, and here we are. Yeah. So what I'm asking is, why does this narrative always play out this way? And not just your union, but we're speaking about your association now. And then you complain about something, you go on a strike, and then you have this very long, several meetings with government officials and all of those. And then you reach what you call agreements. Signatures are appended. Weeks go, months go, no implementation. We're back at square one. And then we hold meetings again. We're back on the strike. Government does not listen. The strike commences. Government calls meetings. We have these meetings, and it's an unending cycle. Why do you always go through that?
Because we take the patients seriously. When we go on strike, we know that we lost loved ones. We lost meaningful Nigerians. We lost Nigerians that are not able to afford traveling abroad even when they have headaches. The masses suffers, and that is why, as a responsible association, we tend to try and balance it in a way, at least to render services and not lose people that are not supposed to die because the federal government and the health sector are not being responsible. So it has gone on, off, writing memorandum of actions, memorandum of understanding, memorandum of settlements. Release the stage, go back to work, and some few individuals that feels they're in charge of what happens in the health sector renege on whatsoever MOA they have signed. I think it's high time that Nigerians begin to ask questions. What are the priorities of those in power? Where do our priorities lie? I'll give examples. When we had the memorandum of action for the hazard allowance, the action was said that all health workers are paid 5,000 naira as hazard allowance to get infected with HIV, COVID-19, Lassa fever. Meanwhile, those in the upper chambers are paid 1.2 million naira as hardship allowance, 1.2 million naira for newspapers. Do you know how much those 1.2 million naira or the 36 million naira that are being paid monthly would do to the citizens of Nigeria? So that is where we get it wrong. We get it wrong when we do not budget for the health sector and budget for the politicians.
All right. Are there issues? You talked about the Minister of Health sabotaging the efforts earlier on. Okay, I'll come to that in a moment. But still talking about the legislature, I've seen interviews granted on TV, and you have at different times commended certain members of the National Assembly for the efforts that they're making. You've had a good rapport with them. You've had interesting discussions with them, forward-thinking discussions with them. What's going on from the National Assembly's perspective to address this matter?
The Speaker of the House, Femi Bajamila, has helped the National Assembly in so many ways. Like the medical institution fund, as of last year, was able to release money for residents to be trained to become consultants. And at that meeting last year, it was agreed that the resident training fund will put in the budget that we don't come back to this cycle again. It was the responsibility of the Ministry of Health to put and apply that those medical training funds will put in the budget. As of this year, as it stands, we've got to find out with the Speaker of the House that the Ministry of Health did not present any budget for the medical training funds. So it's the same cycle again. Now they're trying to keep it in the supplementary budget. What should they be able to sort out and go flawlessly, effortlessly, and people get paid to be consultants, being specialists. That's part of the flaws. The Honorable Chairman, Honorable Tanko Sulano, who is the complete Chairman of Health, has helped us in trying to find ways we can get lasting solutions to the events of what is happening. At this time, we had meetings, discussed, sign an MOU, why the CAMSEC or the Director of Hospital Services goes to sleep. The minister goes to sleep. They do nothing till it comes back to this cycle when we are threatening to go on a strike and they want to come solve the problems overnight. When they had enough time since April 1st to try and lay this to bear and let things work. So that's what I'm saying. The Speaker will not be the one to write for the budget for the resident training for doctors. It's the Minister of Health's responsibility. The Speaker is not the one that's supposed to write for health insurance for all health workers. It's supposed to be the responsibility of the Minister of Health. It's the responsibility of the Minister of Health also to ask and know that 5,000 naira cannot treat malaria.
Dr. Yelawa, please hold that thought. I have to go for a commercial break now. We'll return shortly and we'll continue the conversation.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Stick around. We'll be right back in a moment.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with
Info here in Port Harcourt. A quick break for the headline news. Discussions continue shortly. Please stay with us.
Information is a two-way thing. Nigeria Info, it's your turn. Let's talk.
Headline News, Nigeria Info on
92.3.
Headline News.
Thanks for staying tuned. Here are the headlines this evening. Chaos as commercial drivers protest shooting of their colleague by NSCDC official attached to task force along NTA Road in Port Harcourt. River State government flags off construction of Ogbuna Bali Eastern Bypass Road. And President Buhari presides over emergency national security meeting. Houses of Representatives invite Minister of Information Lai Mohammed over suspension of Twitter operations in Nigeria. Minister of Information and Culture Lai Mohammed defends Twitter ban. And fire guts parts of Federal Secretariat in Delta State. On the foreign scene, bystanders slaps French President Emmanuel Macron. In business, farmers warn of food crisis over insecurity. In entertainment, popular singers Tiwa Savage, Shay trade words in Lagos Salon. And in sports, Super Eagles striker Paul Nuachi wins Ebony Shoe Award. Those are the headlines. Details at 6. Contact our newsroom on 0818 90017. Thanks for listening. I'm Adedayo Elusakin. Good evening.
And now, Hard Facts.
Hard Facts with Dio.
Hi, welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned. Discussions continuing right now. We're discussing National Association of Resident Doctors indicating that they are going to embark on another strike, I believe, in about a week, if the federal government does not accede to their demands or implement agreements reached with the federal government as a result of previous strikes. Joining me via phone once again for a conversation on this matter is the National President of the National Association of Resident Doctors, Dr. Uyi Lawa. Dr. Uyi Lawa, you're welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Now, obviously, there are several issues, all interwoven, intertwined, interconnected, if you will. I mean, there's government on one side. You pointed out the Minister of Health just a while ago, sabotaging efforts aimed at redressing or addressing these issues. But how about other officers within your profession? And I'm talking members of MD-CAN, for example, the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, or even the CMDs of the various hospitals across the country. Are there any issues that the National Association of Resident Doctors is having with them that may be escalating this situation?
The consultants have been of tremendous help in trying to help us have a lasting solution to the problems resident doctors are facing. But the chief medical directors have been part of the problem. And I'll give you examples. The head of service tells you that for employment, people can be employed in security and health. People on the giving platforms are along the nominal rules of the federal government. And they're telling that you have a waiver to employ resident doctors. At this time, I don't want to call the chief medical director. You're supposed to employ 3 clinical staff for 1 non-clinical staff. And some Nigeria is employing 901 persons, with the clinical staff only 216, while the non-clinical staff are about 640. 80 something. What tells you that when you go to an institution where they're having local special advisor, local gatemen, local media staff, so that staff that their roles within the hospital do not really fit into the healthcare delivery. But they find it as a way in which they get money from the federal government, and they tend to have ghost workers, people that are not meant to be there, while the health workers, nurses, doctors, pharmacists are lounging around and they're not employing them. So those are part of the problems of it. Let's go to those of the governors. Can you imagine a governor owning 21 months salary in Abia State, and he still does not have a reason he feels he wants to make them stay within the place? The places are dilapidated. They do not have functional MRI CT scans. They have been paid for 21 months, and are comfortable with them working and not getting paid. Also, it's Imo State. The same thing is happening now in Imo State. They have only 5 months salary. The same thing is happening in Ondo State. Shows how responsible our governors are. They tend to take priorities into getting security votes, into using money and putting money into other things. When you know that normal slogan that health is wealth, and you are not doing anything about it. That's the situations we find ourselves in Nigeria today.
All right, join the conversation now, if you will. My lines are open: 0817 923 0002 or 0003. Also 0817 923 0007. Got a comment or request on it, or send one in via WhatsApp on 0809 030 6416. We are live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Dr. Eli, the federal government was given a 2-week ultimatum before the next strike commences. 1 week out of those 2 weeks are gone already. We've got 1 more week to go. Has there been any communication from the federal government as regards this latest warning given to them?
Well, we communicated with them, giving them a reminder. Recently, we wrote down to the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Labour, Ministry of Finance, Speaker of the House, every people that are involved, telling them on needs of wanting them to stick with the agreement of the memorandum of actions. As it stands today, people on these things have still not been paid. Debt and service insurance is still not being paid. Minimum wage arrears, nothing has been done about it. And salary shortfalls of 2014, 15, 16, nothing has been done about it. The medical and training fund, as meant for those that are doing residency, nothing has been done about it. That's the way we stand as of today. We gave the strike notice about 8 days back, and we had 4 days left. 7 days is enough for a responsible government to come and see that they can avert the strike that is going to come. And we hope they do what is best for Nigerians, and for doctors and health workers in the nation.
Well, I've got a caller right now. Hello, Hard Facts, you're live. You're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Some of these problems that exist is the masses that suffer it.
Augustine?
Yes.
Yeah, you're welcome. Go ahead. You were saying.
Okay. In some of these problems, it's the public that suffer it. And if you look at the integrity of the federal government of Nigeria, I would advise that the people forgo this, because if they want to do anything, they will do it. You can look at the response of the government to several issues going on in the country. Most of us decide to keep quiet because talking does not make any meaning to them. We have nothing than to tell them to go back, because if they want to do it, they will do it. And again, some of the issues that arise is based on the modalities they follow to undertake their negotiation agreement.
What modalities are you referring to?
Yes. One, when you talk about modalities, we talk about the constitutional provision guiding the conditions upon which these negotiations are being carried.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I fully understand. But on the matter of they should just go on. So it doesn't matter to you that the quality of healthcare is dropping. Can you turn the volume of the radio set down, please?
Okay.
So it doesn't matter to you that the quality of healthcare is dropping, and taking your loved ones to a hospital, the chances that they will die is
dropping, and the government never cares. It's the public that's suffering it.
So you want the doctors to just Augustine, are you listening to me? So you want the doctors to just continue with the situation regardless.
Hello?
So you want the doctors to simply continue with the situation regardless.
To resume duty.
All right, Dr. Ilawa, you heard him. Basically, you people should just continue and help us. Basically, what's your take on that?
I'll give some examples. The doctors that you're talking about are human beings like every other person. They have to pay their rent. They have to feed. They have to take their children to school. You cannot go to any school and tell the people in charge of the school that, I'm sorry, I've not been paid for 5 months. I will not be able to make payments for my children, and they'll give you a waiver. You cannot tell your landlord that, I'm sorry, I've not been paid for 5 months. Can I stay for free till I get paid? We go to markets, we'll still try to meet our basic needs as human beings. And how do you feel when people are hungry, they're not able to meet up with any of these basic things, and you expect them to go back to work to offer services to them?
Dr. Ilawa, I apologize sincerely. I am been informed that I have to wrap up the conversation right now. We do have a commercial break coming up. But many thanks to you. I hope we have more time to have more discussions on the subject matter in the future. And thanks during the conversation. My guest has been the National President, National Association of Resident Doctors, Dr. Ilawa, who's joined me from Lagos to discuss the current situation with resident doctors in the strike. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We're going to commercial break right now. We've got the news update coming up top of the hour at 6 p.m. Discussions continue afterwards with open season. Do please stay with us.